Oh, right. Good afternoon. Well, I guess it's still morning here in-game November. We have a few things we want to get done today. We're going to drop a couple trees and extend this field. Now, obviously that field is plowed in currently, so we're not going to undo the crop, but I do want to get us in a better position there. So I know that these kind of trees are a little bit more challenging than the ones we did in the last episode. Um, so I'm not allowed to cut this tree. And that's kind of interesting that you say that because I just did. It's on my property. And so I'm going to cut it. See if I could toss this in the truck. I know some people really like forestry part of this game, and other people are like, bro, it's a farming game. What are you doing? But I think when it's like this, I think it is part of what farming is all about. I think I don't like these one. I wish that all the branches you could just limb off. I don't like that some of them are challenging. So I'm gonna try just doing this a little bit backwards. You wouldn't advise this in real life, that's for sure. Not not only is it dangerous over your head, um, but all the sawdust in your face would be absolutely miserable. Um, but stuff like this bugs me because when I cut that, now that limb, like what am I gonna do with this limb? Can I fit a bunch of limbs in here? Like this tree is probably gonna be a 3, maybe 4 trip. Probably 3. I bet we can get it all in 3. But I wish that I could just zap these like that. How that little one came off there. I wish that they would all do that. But there's no clear determination when it's gonna zap off and when it won't. So it just ends up being a lot of. What? Is that too heavy? But it is. It does say that it's a shagbark hickory, which is kind of cool. Not a tree that people see all the time. So it won't let me pick up that one either. I would like to get some of these bigger logs in the bottom first, and then we could put the crazy limbs up higher. And we'll try to be patient with it. I know one of my temptations is always like, maybe I can get this all in one trip. It's like, bro, you can't. And by trying, you end up making more work for yourself. So just relax. Enjoy this beautiful November weather. Enjoy that it's a game and you're not actually having to do this work. I don't know how many of you guys feel that way, but since I am not super good at this kind of labor, when I do it in the game, it's like, oh yeah, this is fun and gratifying because I'm going to take this to town and make money, but in reality, this would be miserable, and no one would give you, $1,000 for a truckload of wood like this. If I could cut down a tree and make $1,000, I probably would like it better. But usually, this kind of work in real life is not very lucrative. Oh, are you kidding me? I disagree with that one. There, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take. I'm switching this around so that brush end is out the back. Is that? One more cut on this guy. But I'm not gonna spend this whole episode cutting. If I have to, I can just pull that tree out of the way, because I want to spend some time doing some field work. But I thought I'd get us started with this, and then we'll do some plowing. Okay, I'm going to back up carefully, because I'm afraid if I hit the straps now I might accidentally strap in the limb. Okay, there we go. This would look kind of funny coming down the street, I would imagine. But we don't have too far to go, thank goodness. Oh, don't hit the straw bales. Oh, the neighbor's sorghum field there looks good to go. Wonder what that contract is. I bet that's a decent number. There's soybeans. Definitely not going to do cotton. I wish that the game would have some sort of metric built in so that it would realize, like, cotton is only profitable as a contract if you have a massive, massive field. These little fields are 100% not worth it. I always hit that curve too fast. So I haven't gotten, very much feedback on this series in terms of whether people like, the balance of things that are $600 for that whole load. I guess it makes sense because we're probably only going to get $1,200 for the whole tree. So, but I haven't gotten a lot of feedback on what people think of how I have this series set up, but I'm enjoying it. It's this stuff that I'm doing that doesn't really involve the old case equipment is a little less interesting to me. I really liked the last episode because I used the old case, whatever that thing is, like 730 or whatever case. I used that with the sickle bar mower, and that I enjoyed that a lot. And I'm excited to get the other two cases that I have planned to add. The one's called like a Agro King or something like that, and then the other one is pardon me. Can I push this? Yeah. Okay, I think that's gonna be good. That's not good. Yeah, we'll leave that there. And then, so we said we're gonna keep this one. I think we said that. But we're going to, I think we're gonna cut this one. I have no idea if I'll be able to control this at all. Oh, that's weird. I guess right there is good. 20-meter shagbark hickory. Okay. Well, interesting. I can't even do my redneck mow from the cut from the bottom with this guy. What? Surely it'll let me somewhere along here. Okay. Not allowed to cut this tree. I beg to differ, game. I beg to differ. So I may not even take this over to sell right now. I might save that for off recording so that you guys don't get too sick of this. But there are a few trees over along this side that I would like to sell at some point. Doesn't mean that they need to be sold this winter. I don't want to spend too long doing the same tasks over and over. So we will probably, whoa, that would be bad. Put the stump through the window. But like I said, we're going to spend the second half of this episode plowing, extending this field. Now, one kind of hot topic idea I had, I don't know how you guys would feel about this, but one thing I was thinking was maybe this field, after this time we run grain on it, maybe we go ahead and plant it as a grass field. Then we would have a constant supply of grass for the sheep. But then another part of me is like, really, we can get grass pretty free in a lot of different places. So let's just go ahead and use our arable fields for arable crops. We're going to need to get a combine anyways so that we can get our grain for the chickens. Unless, this might be another hot topic idea, but the other thought is maybe we buy chicken feed. I know that seems a little bit silly, but the size of this farm is kind of a hobby farm. You know, so if we just go ahead and accept that this is a hobby farm, and we're gonna have, let's say a dozen hens. A hobby farm with a dozen hens is not gonna own a combine, right? They're gonna go to the grain mill, and they're gonna buy grain. They're gonna buy chicken feed. So we could do that. Have our grass equipment, and maybe go ahead and buy the baler. That would make sense, but maybe not all the other. Dang it! Sorry, I know this is annoying. I'm just trying to get. I think it's because that this branch is under it, and I have to spin around here. I think if I go that way, it'll make this other section light enough that we can pick it up. Yeah, there we go. So I don't know. I would love feedback. This has been one of the things that I've done on this channel that has had the least amount of audience participation, and I don't really know if it's because I haven't asked good enough questions or if people just aren't that interested. But I think it's a good theme, and I think it's a great map. So I don't know, maybe people are just not really wanting to participate. They'd rather just sit back, relax, and watch and be entertained and not have to be a part of the decision-making process, which is fair. That's fair if that's you. But I also, I get upset when people are like, well, I don't like the way you're playing, but they never give any feedback. I know there are some people who are like, would never put branches in sticking out like that, and there are other people that put on super strength and drag the whole tree by hand to the sawmill. So dang it. So I feel like I'm... Don't break, don't break. Okay. I feel like I'm doing something kind of in the middle. Not 100% realistic, but also not just using super strength. I'm going to push this guy into this little road right there. That I might not be able to cut it there. I might have to push it back when I go to chop it, the rest of it up. But I'm gonna drive up here and get our tractor and our plow, and I'll probably leave a little bit between this current field and what I'm adding. But I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Also, I forgot to look and see about getting, oh shoot, I need to get a water thing. So this cheap one is 3,000. This one is 5. Oh, the lugs are still green. Yeesh. I guess we just keep it standard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that, because I've seen some old homemade type jobs that might be better. Why did I not return that? I think I brought it over here because I was just cleaning up grass to place. Yeah, we're gonna do that real quick. We're gonna go to our leased vehicles and we're gonna return this because I don't want to forget about it and accidentally get extra leasing fees for having it on the farm for another day. So we have 2 half trees. If we assume that this load will be close to 600 and the other 2 will be close to 600, we have like 1,800, so a little under 2,000. So I don't think I'm gonna get sheep right this instant. Okay, do I want to go? I think I want to go down from here. Pretty much straight. I know some of you are like, didn't you spend half of last episode talking about this? But we'll hit Y and create fields. And I'm going to go straight for that telephone pole. We're just going to play that. Just going to go straight for that telephone pole. And then when I get down here, I don't want to take out that tree. So I'm going to do a little swoop here through this bush like this. And then I'm going to stay on this side of the tree. And then I'm going to swoop back a little bit. Not crazy, but just a little bit to get this one. And then I want to go a little closer to the road here. I want to still leave a little bit of space. And then for here, I'm going to come over pretty close to the edge. We still have the buffer with the woods there. And then when we get up to here, we'll cut across. Let's not ruin our crop. We'll cut across here. And we can just zip this after we get that crop done. Actually, we'll probably plow the whole field after the crop is done. Like the whole upper half, so it'll be fine. Alright. Take a little look-see here. So this is going to be... It won't quite double the field, but it's going to add a nice bit of extra production. So we'll have that field 10 over there, and we'll have this field that we created here as the primary two fields that we own. And we've got chickens and sheep, and our next goals, I think our most immediate goal is to get a way to deliver water. So we need that, and we need a couple sheep and a couple chickens, which I think I'll probably purchase in the spring. I don't know about that. I had this crazy experience playing a different game the other night where I hit the screenshot button and it just kept going. It was like the paparazzi. And I thought, okay, that's just a visual bug, whatever. Nope. I went into my files after I played and I had like 50 screenshots. It was like stuck on. All I had to do was delete the files and reboot the game and everything was fine. But now I'm like, I have that little bit of apprehension, What if it does it again? What am I gonna do? I really like this setup. This is like the perfect balanced size. It's not too big, not too small. It doesn't feel like overkill using it on this farm. I think we're in a really good position overall. I wish we had. This is gonna sound ridiculous, but I think if we had $100,000 more, we'd be good to go, because we could just buy the stuff we need, buy some animals, and we'll be up to production. But if you do that, because we have some, I think I have some loan on this game, don't I? On this one? Yeah, 200,000. So I feel like that's an appropriate amount of debt for a farm this size. Like, it's not crazy insurmountable. We're paying on it every month and keeps us honest. The thing that I'm not crazy about right this minute is that we don't have steady income. Like, we've got a few more trees we can cut over there, and we can always do contract work, but it'll be nice once we have sheep producing wool for us and chickens producing eggs, because even if it's only like $5,000 every 2 months, that's still income. That's still some money coming in on a regular basis that you can bank on and budget around and plan around. But I think this is going to look nice once this is all done. I mean, I appreciate the map maker putting in these bushes and making it look a little overgrown and all of that, but it just, when I was searching for a place to start my farm in those early days, it just felt like an area ripe for, I don't want to say takeover, but improvement, right? It just had that vibe to it that, okay, I can make something of this property. A little overgrown. At some point when we're doing better for cash, I'd like to put a fence behind our house, like not necessarily a picket fence, but something that gives a little more direct visual separation between the farm back here and the house over there. I think doing a handful of things like that, a bit more detailing if I can, would be fun with this series. I've found in Medieval Dynasty that I play on my main channel that those little details can make all the difference in the quality of a playthrough to make it stand out a little bit. So, on this one, having a theme is helpful, and hopefully we can add to it. But I think I'm gonna call it here for what I record for you guys. I'll finish up this field most likely off recording. I may chop up the trees off recording, or I might just stack them up. I don't know. I don't know yet how I'm gonna handle that, but I'll tell you what. If you're still watching at the 25-minute mark, leave me a comment if you think I should get maybe rent a trailer for logging. We don't have a front loader yet, so that seems a little bit silly, but if that's something that you think I should do longer term when we upgrade our tractor, should I get a log grab and then, maybe lease a piece of ground and get some timber out of it, try to make some money? Do you think that'd be something cool to do either over the winter or maybe the next year? Let me know. All right, thanks so much for watching. My name is Blue Belly. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.